All right, guys. So let's go and take a look at what is inside Pre-Calculus Simplified. So the first thing is a introduction. And what I have is for every chapter, I do a kind of or every section, I do an introduction. Actually, for every chapter and section, I do an introduction. And this is my way as a teacher of introducing the concept. This is where I start the kind of the foundation for what we're going to be learning. I take the student, kind of relating them to something they already know, and therefore building up the instruction. So therefore, by the time we get through the harder stuff, or even we're at the end, this is something I can always refer back to. And so students can see this educational kind of bridge that they have taken throughout the chapter. So the introduction is kind of like that investigation. It is really kind of setting the stage for everything we're going to learn. And so usually these videos are pretty short, and we just kind of a good review to kind of, get you set and prepared for what we're going to be learning. And then I get into the condensed notes. So obviously some chapters are going to be heavier on the note side than others. We're talking about formulas and definitions and everything like that. So I like to get for the condensed notes. I just want to kind of go into it really quickly rather than just blah, here's the notes. I do like to explain them a little bit and kind of give you a little insight. But again, these videos are rather quick because I just do over the notes and then also go over some examples just so you can get a sense of what they are. But I don't want to spend too much time on these condensed notes because obviously we want to put them, they're going to make usually the most amount of sense once we apply them. And that's going to come up later in the course. However, sometimes students do want a little bit more extended on the notes, and that's kind of where the guided notes come from. The guided notes is really the condensed notes plus many more examples. So I kind of go over and above, over and beyond with the examples in the guided notes, but this really is a full preparation of everything that you'll want to know from on there. And so I go over multiple different examples using all of those notes and kind of taking the whole chapter in one big PDF. Now I do have videos on this, which I'll talk about later, but most of the part, actually I don't have video. No, sorry. The videos are not included on this. There's a similar set I'll talk about in a second, but this is these are very big documents. They go very much in detail, and it's a good review as needed. If you need more examples, the guided notes is great to kind of review. But again, from online learning, I don't want to spend so much time over making students watch a whole bunch of content and, go through a whole bunch of examples if they don't need them. So I have the condensed notes. I have a video of me going over the condensed notes. And then the next video would be actually me going over the examples. And so the examples, rather than trying to give you every single type of problem that you could possibly see, I just try to condense them to the most popular or the most necessary examples that I want you to know. So I really kind of condense down the examples here. And again, there is a video of me working through all of these examples here on the website. However, if you want more examples, that's where the guided notes would come into play. And then we get into the homework, and this is legitimately the exact same homework assignments that I've given my students over the past 3 to 5 years. So you'll have the homework, you'll have the answers, as well as a video of me working through all the homework assignments. And actually, guys, if you want a little fun tip, that is actually when I first started going live, was when I was doing my homework assignments. So if you want to see some vintage Mr. McLogan live streams, that is where those homework answer videos are from. Then I have some online quick quizzes. So I like, since this is an online course, every single time you kind of pass a section, there is a little quick quiz. It's only 4 questions and you can just complete it online. You don't have to do anything major. It's just a good kind of like check your understanding quiz. But there are also some quizzes that are a little bit more in depth. These are actually the quizzes that I gave to my students over the past 2 to 3 years. So you have multiple examples of the quizzes. In addition to those quizzes, you also have a video of me working through the quiz and the answers to the quizzes. Then at the end of each chapter, I do have an online test. So I believe the online test is 20 questions that you can go and practice. And again, it's more of a check your understanding for the test. It's just online, all multiple choice. But there is then also an example of a principal test. Now for the principal test, and I actually forgot to add one thing. For the printable test, I don't have a video of me going through the problems, but I do have the test as well as the answers. And what I meant to actually add in here is a review. I have a test review with a video on it. So you can go ahead and watch the video going over a review test, and then you have a review. And actually, I forgot to add that. So content number 9 should be printable test and reviews. Very important. The next thing is there's a Discord community. This is a private community. I do have a public Discord that hopefully many of you are a part of. If not, I would recommend you go ahead and join it. It's a way for you to kind of ask questions with other students. But for this private community, it's only going to be for the students that are inside of my course. And everybody's working through, obviously, the pre-calculus. So therefore, it's a great way for us to kind of, further communicate and ask questions amongst each other and help out. It also gives me a little bit more personal connection with myself, as that's where I do a lot of my communication. And then as of right now, I am offering these 3 bonuses for those of you that kind of sign up in the next 7 days. And the first one is my full-length lectures. So 2 years ago, before COVID happened, or 3 years ago, actually, I recorded all of my lessons, all of my lessons using kind of a lecture and like a PowerPoint series. So these are full-length, very detailed. I have the print, I have basically the PowerPoint, I have the answers of the PowerPoints, and then I have a recording. So basically what I did is I recorded it. I didn't teach like this recording. Obviously, the students did a lot of the work inside of the classroom. It wasn't really a lecture, but I created these PowerPoints to work through my lessons. And then what I did is every day I went home and I recorded the lesson again. So therefore, for whatever students were not there, they would have that recording. So basically it is Pre-Calculus Simplified, which is kind of like my condensed version of the course. This would be an extended version of the course. So therefore, if if there's any chapters that you're struggling with, maybe you need more examples or you need more instruction, then the full-length lectures would be perfect for you. In addition, obviously a lot of students, with distance learning and with COVID are lacking some necessary skills as they're taking pre-calculus. And sometimes they get stuck on a chapter, and it's not because they aren't capable of learning the material. It's because they're not coming in with the necessary foundational skills. So I do have 8 sections of the foundational skills that you're going to need for each chapter, as well as the essential skills practice. And a lot of students, sometimes they might know what they're doing for those essential skills, but they really haven't mastered them. So these are 8 topics where I really dive deep into what exactly you need to be like a master at in each chapter. And that's going to be with the essential skills kind of practice. And then also, once you kind of get into my pre-calculus, there are 2 add-ons that you are able to choose if you would like to. They are not officially a part of my course, but they are opportunities that I offer to you. And the first one is a group tutoring. So I don't offer personal one-on-one tutoring at all in my course, but for anybody tutoring. But I do offer a opportunity for group tutoring for those people that are part of the pre-calculus, because we are following kind of the same steps. So I know I can be helpful to many of you. And then also there's an exam workshop. So this is something that I offer to the students that are within my course, because we have a pre-calculus exam, semester exam, and a end of the year course exam for students to go ahead and take a look at. So those are definitely the add-ons. And again, if this is something you're interested in, or you'd like to go and take a little bit more depth into it, then just go ahead and take a look at brianmclogan.com/Q&A. All right, guys. Well, what I'll do is, now I'd like to show you a little bit of what my course actually looks like on the inside. And then like I said, then therefore, you don't have to sign up. You guys can actually get some insider access from there. Let me go see if there's any Blue Legend lessons. I'll be using that. Well, you are very welcome, Flecky. All right. The math makes me cry. I can definitely understand. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's go back to the, here, and I'll show you guys what it looks like on the inside. No, don't do that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you guys actually functions, this chapter. And let's go and look at transformations. Somebody was asking me about transformations, and I was like, yeah, guess what? So you can see, guys, here how everything works. So here's transformations of functions. So introduction. So this is basically me introducing the concept. 10 minutes. It's a little, a little bit on the longer side up for that. And you can see that like I have the slides from here. And if you want to see like, what they look like, let's see. They're nothing crazy, but you can see basically these are basically just a way for me to kind of introduce transformations, which is taking forever. So we'll just kind of move on and I'll come back to it. And then let's go on to, here is the condensed notes version. And what I want to do is I do want to show you guys the difference between the condensed notes, which would be right here. It's called guided notes, but that's actually incorrect. And then let's look at the actual guided notes. Let me show you guys the difference on those two. And then you guys can see this is a video. It takes 15 minutes from on there, but it's going to cover all of the essential notes that you guys need with some examples. And then we get right into the processes. So the processes is, again, basically these examples that I want you guys to know. And you got to be kidding me. I don't have the examples added up there. That is embarrassing. I should have the answers provided. Well, I know it's there, so I'll just have to upload that. And, oh, actually, no. It should have been done. We'll see. Then the next one is going to be the homework. Let me see. So you'll see I have a video. Like I said, it's 47 minutes. You don't really need to watch all 47 minutes of it. But obviously, if there's a problem that you're struggling with, then you can see where that is going to be at. And then I'll show you guys the quick quiz. Let me open that in another tab. All right, and then what else I want to do is just go through let's see. All right, so actually let's go through these. I'll show you these. So here's what the introduction looks like. So, you can see it's like a slide, and I just kind of talk my way through introducing, transformations and how they work. So you guys can see from there. And then I get into the condensed notes, and you can see the condensed notes is what? 3 pages, right? It's just 3 different definitions, a couple examples, not too bad. But this is the guided notes. You can see that we kind of go through multiple different examples. This is 6 pages long. So if you need more and more examples, you can see how the guided notes is a little bit different, right? Then the processes. So here's just me showing you, hey, here's how you identify transformation. So it's just gonna be more of them. I have the answers. I apologize. I thought I looked at this, but I guess I did not have that up there. So you can see that's going to be the process. And then here's the homework. So obviously you can work on the homework. There is some free response questions as well as some multiple choice. So you can go ahead and work on both of them from that is free response as well as multiple choice questions. And then we have the quiz. So again, like I mentioned, guys, this is just a online quiz. I don't know if that was the right answer, but you can see there's just little 4 questions, right? And then you can just go ahead and go from there. And then you can see your results breakdown. Okay. We'll come back to that and you can see you'll get the correct answers from on there. The next thing I want to show you guys is the quizzes. So that was the quick quiz. And then here is quiz number 1. Oops, I didn't mean to go to that. So for quiz number, we're not that. What happened? Oh, that was, sorry. Yes, there is actually a quiz. Why is it not showing? Oh, because I typed it in there. Okay. So there actually is my assessments. Oh, that was in the, am I in the pre-calculus simplified? Oh, I'm going to have to add those in there. Okay, very well. So actually I took these out and I need to add them back in. So there actually is going to be a quiz and a test that is going to be inside of each one of these that I thought was in there, but yeah, I see that it is actually not in there. So I'm going to be adding them in there. Let me actually show you. I'll show you guys actually where those are at. So I have those available for you guys. So don't worry, it is there. I just need, I was actually looking into the admin portion and I turned that off. So let me show you, let's see, would that be in the pre-calculus? Did I add them in the pre-calculus assessments? Did I not take those in? Why did I not take those out? All right, well, I know they're in here. Okay, I put them in there. That's pre-calculus assessments. All right, well, I guess I'll show you guys these. All right, I guess maybe I'll put these in a different one. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. That is a bone. Okay. I think I was thinking of something else to do, and then I realized that's right. I changed how I was doing this. So let me show you guys what I have here. So here's actually the pre-calc assessments. This is actually a part of the course. So I actually just moved everything in and I kind of forgot about it. So let's go into functions. So therefore, you guys can see quiz 1A, 1B. Not sure about this one, or that's 1819, or that's the online quiz. And then you can see quiz 1, 2. So you can see here that for all these quizzes, you have the video and then you have the 2 downloads, right? So you have a lot of backload. You can see me working through it, and then you can see the answers. Let me just show you guys real quick what the answer looks like. So you can see here what a quiz looks like. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, which it probably does. So let's move on. So you have all these different quizzes from different years. And then I'll just go back to functions. So you have the quiz, and then in addition to the quiz, you have my chapter review. Let's actually open that. And then we have the chapter test. So here's what a quiz looks like. Right? So again, you have the blank version as well as the actual version. So you can see everything is in there. Multiple choice. You have free response and me bake. And then also you have a video of me working through it. So if you need extra examples, this is where it's at. Then we look at the review. And you can see, hey, there I am. So that's me going through the review. And then there is actually a review guide that you guys can see me doing as well. And again, you can see more examples of all of chapter 1 stuff. So in this case, for the review, I have free responses as well as multiple choice. So you guys can see how all of that stuff plays in. And then you have lovely tests. And look at all of this, guys. Look at all these test versions. So again, when I'm talking about like practice, look at all these examples that you guys have. So you guys can go ahead. I don't know why is the answer not in there? So I'll need to add this into you guys. So therefore you can see here is a test for response and well as multiple choice. Okay, now I don't have videos of me doing the tests. I only have them as a quiz. Okay, so just want to make sure everybody is aware of that, and therefore you guys can see that. But yeah, the PC assessments is actually going to be added in. So everybody that actually has purchased the course, I apologize. I thought I added this I thought I embedded this into the curriculum, but I actually did not. So I need to actually assign this to all of you guys. So I do apologize for that. But now you guys hopefully can see it is going to be all there for you.